I forgot to look into the Purple Box saga. Some people offered some
The
suggestions, and I promptly ignored them all because I
purple.
forgot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Like the purple. What are you talking? Oh, you mean this stupid blinking thing that we're suddenly dealing with? Yeah. What were the? Oh, you didn't look at them at all?
No, people did, but then I just I
No, I mean you didn't look at them though. You didn't really.
forgot to implement,
I
change,
okay.
address.
I feel like I just don't understand the annoying purple. Oh no, that's something else. I don't know. Maybe there's a. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I'm sorry. I don't know. We just went for a walk in the rain and I'm a little wet. I guess. How you doing?
I got. Well, speaking of terribleness that has gone on this week, so yesterday Microsoft officially did all their layoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon this morning decided they're killing their Smile program. If you haven't seen that,
I did not see that.
happiness. Ugh, can't even.
What was this? What is the Smile program?
So if you went to, like, let's say you're going to buy a product and you went to smile.amazon, whatever the link is, they would donate a
Oh,
very, 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 very small fraction to charity.
right.
And they're getting rid of that because,
It's no time to be charitable.
yep, winter's here, I guess. I don't know.
Yep.
Also, yesterday, if you've ever said, I wish I had more HomePods in my life, Apple granted all of your
You know
wishes
what though?
and dreams.
I I never understood why they got rid of the HomePod, the original one.
Yeah. And nobody
Um,
bought it, I guess. I don't know.
no, yeah, but I feel like maybe it was too expensive to manufacture or something. I was reading the announcement about the new one, and as I
Mhm.
was going, I finally said I got to skip to the end because this all sounds great to me. And if this thing costs more than $299, it's a non-starter. It costs $299, you
Yeah.
know, and that's a good price for. Well, it's a reasonable price for an Apple smart speaker, is maybe
Mhm.
the way I should put it. Obviously, you can stereo pair, but I think the same thing I think about Google, but not Amazon, which is they've got the start of something. They don't have the rest of it, right? They don't have like a sound bar. They don't have the notion of doing surrounds, on a home theater system. They've got this Apple TV thing, which should pair with all this stuff and be incredible. And I'm sure it is in its own little stereo way. But two HomePod minis in the back, two in the front, and a sound bar. It's $1,000, or well, yeah, no, not even $1,000. Whatever, it could be $1,000. Let's call it $1,000. I think a lot of people would buy something like that. There are rumors that they're doing a smart display based on an iPad. That makes tons of sense, right?
Mhm.
Tons of sense. There's a big market for people who would buy first-party Apple smart home products, and
Yeah.
I just think it's a smart thing. It's a smart business to be in. It's not the next big thing, but it will be. It will. I don't know where you put that in their little financial earnings report, but who cares? I think it would be a good little bump, and a good product line. And it's, I'm not all in on Apple or anything, but I could see doing this. Like if they filled it out a little bit more.
That's the
Um,
problem.
it is the problem. So, and they move slow,
Yeah.
Amazon, like I didn't say, or I did sort of say, is the only one that does all of them.
Hmm.
So I wouldn't buy these products, but you can buy whatever the Echo Studio is. They have a soundbar, I believe. I think
Yep.
they do. You could do that whole, Roku kind of offers something like this. I would never go in
Mhm.
that direction, but obviously Sonos
Google,
does.
Google kind of does. They're closer
Not
to
exactly.
Apple, I think.
Well, they have the speakers, right? They don't
Yeah.
do soundbar. They don't do a notion. They don't. I don't believe they have a notion of surround in a home theater setup. Like you could you stereo pair Google Nest speakers to a Chromecast with Google TV? I actually don't know. I would never go in that direction. In fact, I just pulled my out from behind my TV, which I haven't been using for over a year, reset it. But before I did, clicked around and watched how slow it was to move
Mhm.
between screens and everything. It's like, yeah, I can't. It's something I want to support and want to like, and it's just garbage.
Yeah.
But Google's never really been all in, right? Betting on Google in this stuff would just lead to disappointment, But I feel Apple could pull this off, and in fact, it's not worth writing about. I thought about it, but it's like you almost want to write. I almost want to write something called like, so I guess Apple really is serious about music, Just having those little HomePod minis is like, yes, whatever. That's
Mhm.
nothing. But it shows the seriousness of intent, I guess.
Maybe.
Um,
I mean,
I bet they sound great,
I have no doubt that they don't sound good. I mean, I use the AirPod Pros for walking around all the time, and they sound fantastic. I would imagine their speakers
of course.
just as good.
Yep. Spatial audio, all that stuff. That's people who care about music and are in the Apple ecosystem. This is a good way to go.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a lot of talk about nothing, but I like the Apple apps that just appeared in preview on Windows 11 in the store. It's like, you know what? These are fine. These are good. Like, I think these are good. I've not heard the speakers, obviously, but I mean, I look at them. I'm like, yeah, this seems like a reasonable thing for them to do. Unlike yesterday's rant about their stupid event. Oh my God, it's faster than a 4-year-old Intel chip. I can't believe it. I won't do it again. I'm sorry.
Here we are. Here we are.
Yeah.
Good
morning.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of like a meh week with all, like, Amazon's doing layoffs, Microsoft's doing layoffs. It's surprised we haven't heard anything from Google.
Next week,
Apple.
Microsoft announces their earnings, like we talked about. You got to do this ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon will be shortly there. Apple's coming, whatever. I don't know if this came up yesterday. Probably not, but there was this language in Satya Nadella Satya Nadella sent an email to the employees that GeekWire published, right? And there was language in there that I thought, my God, is he talking about Surface?
Yeah,
it was
the
talking
hardware
about
line.
divesting, about hardware being part of the 1.2 write-down. But it was HoloLens. He was talking about
HoloLens is in there, yeah, for sure. I mean, we look at their little government thing.
That's what it was. Yeah. That was the $400 million they're not getting, or whatever that figure was, is part of that 1.2 billion write-down. Yeah. Yep. You just take the hit right away. Whatever the number is, it doesn't matter. But
if you're going to do bad news, you just do bad news. I mean, that's...
Yeah, you do it all. Yeah, you get it done. And you hope that you don't have to do it again. I think the thing that's most striking about this round of layoffs is that it's really not that much. 10,000 is a lot, don't get me wrong. But I mean, in the context of 221,000 employees, other companies are cutting a lot deeper.
I was trying to find it real quick, but I think in 2019, so pre-pandemic, right before that happened, they were at 144,000. So even with this cut,
which still verifies the number I said to you. I don't know if it was public or private, but I had this thing in my head, like they were like 135 for forever, like for a long time. And the GeekWire store had a number in 2021, a fiscal year. They added 40,000 employees that year, that year. 40,000. It's crazy. Are they all working on ChatGPT? Oh no, because they're getting laid off. But like that's crazy. It's not like when Amazon says, because Amazon added far more, but they've got retail operations, trucks, and warehouse facilities and whatever. You're like, okay, that makes sense. I mean, people are buying. We have to accommodate this, right? But what were these guys doing?
So here's the numbers. 2019 they had 144. 2020 they had 163. 2021 they had 181, and 2022 this year they had 221.
There you go. There's the 40. Yep. Yeah. It's where are those numbers, by the way? I'd like to go look at this.
They were a Google result. Hold on, I'll send you the link.
Okay, it's all right. I'll look it up. But okay, that's there you go. That verifies what was in my brain, because they were at a certain level. I feel like plus or minus whatever 5,000, but for many years, and then it just. I bet if you were looking at a chart, it would kind of, and then, and that's probably true of a lot of big tech companies, I guess. That's interesting.
Yep. And Stadia's dead. If you wanted to play it today, Paul, I know you did. Can't.
Well, I didn't want to play it yesterday either, so what's the difference?
I wish I had that Pac-Man noise when you died.